From class 9th A. Today I am going to present you a working model of globe. So without any further delays, let's start with an overview. Globes are of various types. There are big globes, there are small globes, and there are even pocket globes which can fix in your pocket and you can around them. And there are 2 points on the globe. The top point is known as the North Pole and the bottom point is known as the South Pole. And a needle is fixed to the top of the globe to the bottom of the globe, and which is called its axis. It helps the globe to be appeared in a tilted manner, and the globe moves from west to east just like our lovely planet Earth. Now my friend Yash will tell you about the longitude and latitudes.
Good morning, respected ma'am. I am going to tell you about latitude and longitude. Latitudes are the line which goes from east to west, and longitude are the line which goes from north to south. And our country India is crossed by the Tropic of Cancer. Now my friend Akshay will tell you about imaginary lines and the equator.
Good morning, guest. Now I am going to tell you about the equator and the prime meridian. The equator and the prime meridian are the two circular lines that divide the earth into two equal parts. These both lines help us to locate the place on the earth. Now my friend Janu is going to tell you about the heat zones.
Good morning, respected guests. I am Janvi and I am going to explain about heat zones of Earth. There are three heat zones: temperate zone, torrid zone and frigid zone. Temperate zone, the area under Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, which receives the maximum heat and is under coverage of the sun, and the sun is overhead, so it is known as torrid zone. Temperate zone, when the area above or beyond Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn receives minimum heat, is known as temperate zone. The area near North Pole and Arctic Circle receives no heat, no sunshine, so it remains cold and it is known as frigid zone. Thank you.
Good afternoon, respected guests. I am Devanshi Ragvanshi from class 8, here with my teammates.
I am Arya.
I am Ridhima. I am Vanshika. I am Prashanta. I am Bushra. So today we all are here to present our SST project, which is Egyptian history. As we all know, Egypt is very famous for pyramids, mummies, coffins, etc. So first we will introduce you all with mummies.
The teaching of how mummies were made in an ancient Egyptian process is known as mummification. Using some special processes, the Egyptians removed all the moisture from the body so it would not decay easily and they could preserve it in the afterlife.
After the 2600 BCE, during the 4th and 5th dynasties, the Egyptians probably started to mummify the dead. Their intention was to keep the body as it was in the afterlife.
As we know, mummies are kept in a coffin. Coffin are stone-carved boxes that are used to keep the dead bodies of leaders, kings and nobles. The oldest coffin was made in 5000 BC and was in stone coffin. That's it about this project. Now let's move to the next topic, that is pyramids.
The first Giza pyramid, built to endure an eternity, have done just that. That monumental tombs are relics of Egypt's Old Kingdom era and were constructed 4,500 years ago.
Egyptian pharaohs expected to become gods in the afterlife. To prepare for the next world, they erected temples to the god and massive pyramid tombs for themselves, filled with all the precious and useful things to prepare themselves and sustain themselves in the next world.
Pharaoh Khufu began the first largest pyramid of Egypt circa 2520 BC.
His great pyramid was Giza Pyramid project and towers which was 471 feet, that is 174 meters on above the plateau.
It estimate is of 2.5 millions. In today's life, it is 15 tons. Thank you.
So what you have learned with that project? What you have learned?
We have learned about Egypt and their culture, their beliefs, and
Why they are given this shape?
this pyramid shape. Because it was one of their cultures and for the elegance look.
This is how the pyramids were made.
Good morning, ma'am. And good morning, sir. My name is Tanakshna Varia.
My name is Madhan Raghuvanshi.
And we are presenting the Ladakh. So Ladakh is a region administered by India as a union territory which constitutes a large area of Kashmir and has been subjected of dispute between India, China and Pakistan since 1947.
The culture of Ladakh is rich and beautiful, centering around the belief of Ladakh, and the traditional dance in Ladakh are Chimmo and Cham.
The monasteries of Ladakh. The monastery is a building or complex of building containing domestic quarter and workplaces for mystic monks and nuns, whether they are living in communities or alone. There are 108 monasteries in Ladakh. The Alki Monastery is the largest monastery and the most famous Gompas built. It was built by Lhotsai Rinchen Zongpa. Thank you.
This is a Tibetan prayer flag. The Tibetan prayer flag is a colorful rectangular cloth. It often found in strung along trails, peak and higher mountain. It is used to bless the surrounding countryside and other purpose. It was designed by 13 Dalai Lama at the beginning of 20th century. It is based on Ladakh flag, Nepal flag and Tibetan prayer flag. They are moving in the wind. It generates natural positive energy as per Buddhism. 5 colors represent 5 basic elements: air, water, fire, earth and space. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am presenting pair wheels. Pair wheels are a pair wheel is a cylindrical wheel or a spindle made from metal, wood, stone, etc. widely used in Tibet and areas where Tibetan culture is predominant. Traditionally, a mantra is written in Tibetan script on the outside of the pair wheels. Pair wheels are used by many Tibetans every day, sometimes for hours on end. Worshippers on pair wheels for all living beings to purify their karma. Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am and sir.
I am Amnizen from class 7
And I am Viraj Raghuvanshi from class 7.
and here we are presenting Stone Age. The Stone Age began nearly about 2.5 million years ago in Africa. There are 3 periods in the Stone Age: Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic.
Stone Age had many human species like Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, Homo habilis, etc.
Here we have presented a small part of Stone Age, including how they lived, how they made cave paintings and tools.
They made colors by mixing natural colorants to animal fat oil and used them to make cave paintings.
There is a conflict between why they made cave paintings. Archaeologists said that this was generally used to make for religious rituals.
They hunted saber-toothed tiger, woolly mammoths, woolly rhinoceros, etc.
The Stone Age tools are divided into 3 periods: Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic.
They used these kind of tools to hunt those animals. Stone Age ended 5,000 years ago when people in the east started using copper. Thank you. Ma'am, these are based on the explanation that we gave. How many years ago Stone Age started?
I must say.
Yes, ma'am. These are the questions for you.
But I have forgot just how many years ago the story ended.
Now it began nearly about 2.5 million years.
You explain, na? You answer all these questions.
Yes, sir. We know. These are the questions based on what we have explained.
Actually, voice is not coming properly.
Respected Principal Ma'am. I am Muksha Meena. I am Imanshi Barela.
I am Radhika Sahu.
We all are from class 7. This is our project Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is also called Ziggurat.
Oh, really? Can you please tell me the location?
Why not? It is in the Iraq as well as nearby a river named
Euphrates.
How did you know that?
I read in the book.
Interesting. Let me tell something more about it. It is the river Euphrates near our Mesopotamia. Around 150 BC, Mesopotamia was coming under the Parthian Empire. It became a battleground between the Romans and Parthians. Western part of the region coming under the Romans, and in 226 AD, eastern part of the region fell by the Sassanid Persians. Mesopotamia is the site of the earliest developments of Neolithic revolution from around 10,000 BC. It has been identified as having inspired some of the most important inventions in human history, including the invention of the wheel, the first cereal crops, scripts, mathematics, astronomy and agriculture.
The word Mesopotamia means between river and Greek. Euphrates was the first river when Mesopotamia found.
At the top there is a temple where the people goes for worship. It is the home for an earlier human being. Thank you. I am Vansh Pangal.
I am Anya Sinha.
I am Arika Raghuvanshi.
And we all are from class 6A.
And today we are going to explain our project Evolution of the Earth
or Origin of the Earth. This was the first stage of the Earth, the volcanic Earth. Volcanic Earth was formed about 500 billion years ago, and the surface of the Earth was covered with magma, and there was no trace of oxygen, and the temperature of the Earth was about 1200 degrees Celsius, and it was raining continuously on the Earth with the asteroids that were forming the magma of the rivers.
Now let's move to our stage 2, which is Archean Aeon Earth. In this stage, what happens is it was formed about 4 billion years ago, and it was covered with completely water and have no land at all. So what happened actually is, when the comets and asteroids were continuously hitting the Earth's surface, the comets contain the water, due to which when they exploded on the Earth, they released the water and created the seas and oceans. Now let's move to our stage 3, which is Ice Age Earth. In this, when the water freezes into ice, it converted into Ice Age Earth. It was began around 2.4 billion years ago, and what happened when the comets were hitting Earth's surface continuously, they also contain a chemical, due to which the Earth's temperature go down rapidly and converted the water into ice. And now let's move to our stage 4, which is present Earth.
This is the present Earth on which you live, and this Earth was formed from many different gases, and now you can also find water bodies like rivers, oceans and mountains and plains, and the population of the Earth is about 7.999 billions.
This is the future Earth. This is the future Earth. After 4 billion years, all the continents and islands will mix in one in the northern hemisphere, and the all water bodies will come into the southern hemisphere. Many of the natural things and all will become electronic or artificial. The future humans may land intelligent in the future than the now are, and this is the future of the Earth. Thank you.
Ma'ams, we are here to present you a working model of Bhagra Nagar Dam. This dam was built in India. It is the second tallest dam in Asia after Tejas Dam, with the height of 207 meters. It has a length of 526 meters and width of 9.1 meter. It is only dam that could produce 1500 megawatts on that time. So the government of India released a stamp to celebrate a 50th anniversary of the dam. This dam was built in 19 after independence of India. The budget of the dam is 207 crores. This is a very high multi-purpose dam in world ranking. Now Pradyuman tell you the features of the dam.
Ma'am, as you listen, this is the second largest dam As you listen, this is the second largest dam. It provides irrigation to 10 million acres in Rajasthan, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh and Haryana. It provides 1500 megawatt electricity at once. It has 20 hydroelectrical generators to produce electricity. Now Shalin will tell you the history of the dam.
Bhagra Nagar Dam is the earliest uh, river valley development schemes undertaken after independent. The project was signed by Punjab Revenue Minister Chotu Ram, and it was finalized 8 January 1945. The project was dedicated to Jawaharlal Nehru, and thank you.
I'm here to present about banks and its functions. So, as we know, in our daily life, we go to bank to fulfill our needs. So, today we will learn about bank. So, what is bank? A banking system is an institution of collections of payment services and provide loans and deposits to the consumers. So, some features of the Indian banking system are deposit. So, what is deposit? A deposit is a feature to transfer our consumers' money to the bank. And bank will be providing some rate of interest to the money you saved in the account. The money you have saved in the account, the day when you needed it, so you can withdraw it. A withdrawal is the process to take your money back by the help of ATMs. ATMs is a machine, automatic teller machine, which helps you to take your money back you have deposited. And one of the main features of banks are loan. Loan is a function in which bank provides some money to the consumer with some rate of interest. And inquiry is a feature that it tells you current account information, like what is the money in your account, last transaction in your account, and what is the debit and credit in your account. And one of the main processes in today's life in the bank is internet services. Internet services is growing today largely because our respected PM Narendra Modi is working on cashless India. So, with the help of some apps or QR codes, we can transfer our money to which we want. And one is the process that manager office. Manager is the leader of them who controls all the banks and hire new employees. And one of the main features locker. Locker is a facility in which you keep all your important things like gold, documents, etc. in the bank. And if the bank provides us a passbook printing machine, in which that if you submit a check, you will need a passbook too. So we can print it in. And thank you, ma'am.
Modern farming and traditional farming. I am Prakyat Raghuvanshi of class 10.
I am Krishna Raghuvanshi of class 10.
I will speak about traditional farming. In traditional farming, we were using block carts, hose to grow the crops. We were not using HIV seeds or chemical fertilizer to grow the crop. We were using natural cow dung as manure, and to irrigate the field, we were making canals from rivers, lakes or wells to irrigate the field. In traditional farming, the crop production was less because we were not using that chemical fertilizers. And this is better. And because in this we are using chemicals, so the soil fertility is going less.
What about
Production is more in this.
But chemicals.
Soil fertility loses.
it is also in working or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir, it is in working.
You have already explained. Earlier you have explained, right? It isn't working, where it is working.
Now in this era, it is working or not? Some people are
Some
doing
people,
it.
sir.
It's still working? Yeah.